Hey guys, and welcome to Selection Saturday.
Alright, so this is where we're going to tell you who we think is going to win in every single matchup in Week 7 of the NFL football season.
All right, and this week we're going to start off with the Titans playing at the Browns this week. And this game, I'm going to pick the Titans because the Titans, their Marcus Mariota isn't hurt anymore, and the Browns just, let's be honest, it's the Browns. So I got the Titans winning this one.
There's, I don't know what to say about the Browns. The Browns are rough, but
Oh yeah.
looks like this week they're actually going to start Deshaun Kaiser. Deshaun Kaiser does give them a little bit of hope. If he can get on the same page with first-round pick David Njoku, I really like him. They have a shot. Maybe feed Isaiah Crowell, but the Titans are way better. The Titans are way better. There's really no help for the Browns. Now, the next game we're going to go to is the Bears and the Panthers game. And I'm surprised people with this, but I'm a big fan of Mitchell Trubisky. I really think the Bears are going to win this. They look a lot better with Mitchell Trubisky.
All right, for me, I'm going to pick the Panthers just because of their hot streak right now. They're looking like the team they were 2 years ago. I feel like their defense is playing excellent right now, and I feel like Cam Newton will perform like he needs to beat the Bears. I feel like Mitchell Trubisky has the game he needs to perform and keeps his starting job, obviously, but I feel like the Panthers will pull away with this win. And on to the next game, which is the Cardinals at the Rams. And the Rams are playing some good football right now. There's no way to put it. But when I look at the Cardinals, Adrian Peterson got them some confidence and some motivation with that season opener. So I'm going to say a close one. And I say the Rams win by a field goal. I feel like it comes down to the last drive, and the Rams, their kicker is doing excellent this season. I think he's made the most field goals this season, maybe behind another few kickers. But I feel like the Rams win by a field goal.
Adrian Peterson is a really good back. And he finally got a fresh start he needs because the Saints wouldn't hit. But the Rams got that defensive front. They're not playing the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are in a crisis. I don't think Adrian Peterson's going to do great this game, which isn't going to leave Larry Fitzgerald open. The Rams have a serious defense. This is in conference too after the Rams just lost a close one to the Seahawks. I think they come in this game focused, ready to take care of business. Todd Gurley is going to go off again, not putting pressure on Jared Goff. Todd Gurley has a heck of a game. Rams beat the Cardinals very good. Now, we're going to talk about the Buccaneers and the Bills, who I just explained to you are in a crisis mode, especially after last week. Jameis Winston got hurt. I see the Bills winning, keeping their hot streak. Bills have been playing some pretty good ball. Their offense hasn't been real good, but I've been really pleasantly surprised about their defense. And maybe if they can get Shady McCoy going, like Adrian Peterson roasted the Buccaneers last week, I think Shady has a chance to get going against the Buccaneers this week. The Bills win this game.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say the Bills win because I feel like the Buccaneers defense just doesn't have the parts they need to keep the Bills out of the game long enough. If the defense would step up, then Jameis Winston could get the throws he needs and the protection he needs to make throws. But I feel like the Bills just play better football this Sunday than the Buccaneers will with all the injuries that they have. And moving on to the Saints at the Packers, and this game's going to be a lot closer than I give credit to it because if everyone was healthy, I'd say the Packers run away all day. But Aaron Rodgers is out for the season at least, so now I feel like the Packers still do it because of the weapons they have. Devontae Adams is playing great this season, and I just feel like the Packers will run away from this one because of the defense the Saints have.
That's where we're differing right here. I'm telling you, the Saints are playing some darn good ball. Drew Brees is looking almost like the MVP himself he is. And with Mark Ingram running the ball how he is, and the Saints defense is causing all these turnovers, they just put 50 points up on the lines. Of course they're going to score points. But with the backup quarterback with the Packers, I think the Saints run away with this one. This is going to be kind of a shocker, but Packers got no hope without Aaron Rodgers. The Saints about to put up 50 points again. Again.
It's a bold prediction.
Not against that defense. I think the Saints blow out the Packers this week. So now we're going to go to the Jets and Dolphins in conference game. I think the Dolphins finally figure out something on offense. The defense is playing darn good, and I think the Jets, off a tough loss against the Patriots, will kind of have a setback and be what most people thought they were, which is horrible. Now, I think the Dolphins are actually a pretty darn good football team if Jay Cutler can do anything, Jay Cutler's going to do darn good this week, and the Dolphins will win.
I'm going to agree with you on this one. The Dolphins, I feel like they've got the weapons to win and the defense to win. The Jets, yeah, they're winning some games. They're doing better than they did last year. I feel like their rookies are performing, but I just feel like Josh McCown, I feel like he can't finish the game for them. So I feel like the Dolphins win in maybe a 2-possession game, but it's going to be a little closer than I think. Now moving on to the Jaguars and the Colts. This one, the Jaguars are showing something this year. Maybe not Super Bowl contenders, definitely not Super Bowl contenders, but playoff hopes. I feel like this conference game that they have against the Colts is just, it's not going to be much competition for them. Leonard Fournette gets the game he wants, and I feel like they run away with this one against the Colts.
You know, I come to agree with that because the Colts look in turmoil every single week, but Jacoby Brissett is playing like some darn good football. I don't want to say a quarterback controversy brewing, but they're about to have a top pick in this year's draft out of all the losses. Andrew Luck's coming back and Jacoby Brissett. So if you trade two of those away, whoever you decide to keep, you might have something there. But that doesn't help them this season because Andrew Luck's gone and you can't get a rookie now. So the Jaguars will take this game because they're just playing some really inspired football. Blake Bortles isn't any good. I hate to say it. I hope the Jaguars find anybody else. Because last week he had like 95 passing yards. How do you win with 95 passing yards from your quarterback? Why? Because your running game is doing amazing. They put Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is a darn good back, and he puts the team on his back again this week for a good win for the Jaguars. Now the next game we're going to talk about is the Ravens and the Vikings. The Ravens defense is real good, but the offense is just horrendous. And the Vikings are going to start playing inspired football. This is a team I want to keep an eye on because you know who's back? You know who's practicing this week? Teddy Bridgewater. He's back. Now, this is going to spark their season with the Aaron Rodgers injury. I think the Vikings end up winning this division and winning this game.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth there because Teddy Bridgewater being back, I feel like that gives them the confidence and the motivation they need throughout the season, especially the injury dealt to Aaron Rodgers, like you said. And they're playing a Ravens team that, yeah, the first game their defense was playing amazing, but now they've just been playing average football, not really too much. And I feel like this Vikings just has the confidence level that they need to win this game. And next is probably the game that me and him are going to argue the most about, just a fan favorite game for us, the Cowboys and the Niners. Me being a Cowboys fan, the bias might be there, but that's who I'm going to say wins this game because of the true talent that the Cowboys have. You know Zeke's not doing good, and he's got the suspension looming over his head, which I feel messes with his confidence. But I still feel like the weapons that the Cowboys have give them the win over this 49ers team.
They're 0-6. I'm a fan. I got to admit the bias on that one, and I just Cowboys aren't playing the same kind of football. They're not the same team as last year. I'm telling you, the Niners have been in every single game. I won't be surprised when they steal this game, especially since it's the Niners are home. I think they end up stealing this game away from the Cowboys because all that turmoil with Zeke has to get into their head, especially with Zeke not playing good, and I think the defense will do enough. With the rookie Beathard starting at quarterback, I think the Niners win this game. It'll be close. It'll definitely be close because the Niners aren't as talented, but Kyle Shanahan has this team right where he wants them. I think the Niners take this game. All right, so the next game we're going to talk about is